Inside Cussac Cave, over 150 stunning engravings from 25,000 years ago. Long before paint was brushed on chapel ceilings or monuments carved in stone, humans were already shaping the walls of the earth into extraordinary art. Hidden beneath the limestone hills of the Dordogne lies one of the most remarkable prehistoric sites in Europe, where ancient artists left behind a sweeping record of imagination, ritual, and life. The Cussac Cave, dating to around 25,000 BC, stands as one of the most significant places of Grevetian art, noted both for its monumental engravings and the presence of human burials deep within the chambers. The coexistence of artwork and the dead suggests that this site held more than artistic value. It may have been a sacred landscape where images and ancestors shared the same space. Discovered in September 2000, Cussac contains more than 150 known works from the Paleolithic period, most of them created through careful engraving rather than painting. Animals dominate the walls: woolly mammoths, bison, rhinoceroses, horses, ibex, and a handful of creatures with long and familiar snouts. Birds also appear, along with four elegant silhouettes of women and several schematic representations of vulva. When compared with sites such as Pec Merle, Cugnac, and Rocador, the similarities in subjects and style illustrate a shared visual language across the region during the Grevetian era. The cave also contains red dot motifs, abstract signs, and finger tracings on soft rock surfaces, all of which contribute to the complexity of its iconography. According to Norbert Aguilat of the National Center for Prehistory, the most striking feature of Cussac's art is its monumental scale. Some engravings extend more than 4 meters in length, cut deep enough into the stone to catch light and shadow. These lines remain vivid today partly because the walls are coated with an ochre patina. When scratched by bone, flint, or wood, the lighter layer beneath reveals itself in strong contrast, turning each incision into a lasting graphic mark. Despite its importance, Cussac will almost certainly remain closed to the public. High levels of carbon dioxide restrict visits to short, tightly controlled intervals, with archaeologists allowed inside for only 3 hours at a time. Other major sites in the Dordogne region offer a broader picture of Ice Age art, including Abri Castanet, the Venus of Lausel, Abri Poisson, Font-de-Gaume, Ruffignac, and Les Combarelles, each preserving its own chapter of human creativity, location, and rediscovery. Cussac Cave lies in the Dordogne River Valley near Les Buissons-de-Cadouin, close to landmarks of ancient culture, the shelter of La Grevette, which gives its name to the Grevetian tradition, and the celebrated paintings of Lascaux. The entrance itself had been known since 1950, when Denis Peyroney identified it but could not explore further due to a rockfall. Only in 2000 did amateur speleologist Marc Deluc manage to squeeze through the obstruction and reach the first chamber. Soon joined by Hervé Durif and Fabrice Massoulier of the Compagnie des Bunes, he explored roughly 600 meters of the Galleries B for specialists from the National Center for Prehistory began a systematic investigation. The following year, their surveys quickly revealed the scope of the engravings and the archaeological richness of the cave. Engravings and their arrangement. The main chamber, accessed through a low passage, opens into a vast room filled with stalagmites and stalactites. Here lies the grand panel, a sweeping composition about 15 meters wide. More than 20 large animals dominate the surface, including magnificent horses and bison, some stretching up to 4 meters. Other panels, such as the bison panel and the panel of the Discovery, continue this sense of grandeur. Beyond this central space, the cave divides into 2 branches. The downstream section, heading north, contains the largest concentration of imagery arranged in 9 clusters. Alongside the familiar Ice Age animals are engravings of birds thought to be geese, fish-like forms, and an enigmatic creature with an elongated snout and open mouth. Female figures and genital motifs also appear, echoing examples from Pac Merle nearby. Soft rock surfaces bear trails of finger fluting, while geometric signs and small patches of abstract art add further layers of meaning. The success of the engravings owes much to the quality of the limestone, hard enough to preserve every stroke, yet soft enough to carve. The walls provided an ideal canvas. When the patina was cut away, the lighter surface beneath highlighted each line, creating drawings that remain crisp after thousands of years. Art and the dead. Cussac is one of the rare Paleolithic sites where major art appears alongside human burials. The remains of at least 5 individuals, 4 adults and 1 adolescent, were found deep inside the cave. Radiocarbon dating places them around 23,000 BC. Researchers believe these burials were intentional, making them among the oldest and best preserved skeletons of the period. The association of engraved walls and human remains hints at ritual activity, although the exact meaning remains unknown. Similar cases are extremely uncommon. Another example is the Cap Blanc rock shelter, where art and burial once again shared the same protected space. As research continues, Cussac stands as a monumental testimony to early human expression. The cave preserves a world where enormous animals moved across stone walls, where the living buried their dead beneath the same vaults that carried their art.